moment I got an opportunity to be a part of that and taste that feeling. From there on, every season that I did not make it to the finals or did not win a championship has been a disappointment.
It has been a tough season for LeBron and the Lakers, and just recently, a leaked audio clip allegedly reveals what sounds like LeBron admitting he regrets ever signing with the team. After years of locker room drama, front office shakeups, and disappointing seasons, the King has finally had enough.
And I'm tired as hell, man.
In this video, we're breaking down why LeBron might be reaching his limit and why fans are starting to question whether his loyalty to LA was ever real to begin with. The Lakers' recent struggles. The Los Angeles Lakers are struggling with a disappointing 2024-25 season, marked by an early playoff exit. The team that many expected to be competing for a championship has instead been eliminated in the first round, leaving fans and analysts questioning what went wrong. The Lakers' defense has been a significant weak point, with the team struggling to stop opponents in transition and at the rim. This has led to high-scoring games against them, such as a 41-point loss to the Miami Heat, highlighting their defensive vulnerabilities. When a team with championship aspirations suffers blowout losses, it naturally raises questions about team chemistry and construction. Furthermore, key players like LeBron James and Austin Reeves have faced challenges. James, showing signs of age, has had inconsistent performances, while injuries to players like Reeves and Jared Vanderbilt have hurt the team's depth. The supporting cast, including players like Gabe Vincent and Jackson Hayes, has also underperformed. When stars aren't performing at their peak and role players aren't stepping up, it creates a perfect storm of disappointment. Perhaps the most significant factor in the Lakers' struggles has been the blockbuster trade for Luka Doncic, which involved sending Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks. This move, which many saw as a bold attempt to pair two generational talents in LeBron and Luka, has left the Lakers without a reliable center, exacerbating their defensive and rebounding issues. This trade has been widely debated, with some seeing it as a bold strategy and others as a misstep. Let's dive deeper into this Doncic trade, as it represents a pivotal moment in the Lakers season. On February 2nd, 2025, the Lakers executed a three-team trade involving the Mavericks and the Utah Jazz, acquiring Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris. In return, the Lakers sent Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick to the Mavericks, while the Jazz received Jalen Hood-Schifino and 2 second-round picks. This trade was described as one of the most shocking in NBA history and marked the first time two reigning All-NBA players were traded for each other mid-season. The immediate impact of the trade seemed positive. Before February 2nd, 2025, the Lakers had played 47 games, achieving a record of 28 wins and 19 losses. After the trade, they played the remaining 35 games of the regular season, going 22-13, which contributed to their final regular season record of 50-32, finishing third in the Western Conference and first in the Pacific Division. Based on these numbers alone, one might conclude that the trade was successful. Doncic's individual performance with the Lakers was certainly impressive. In his 28 games with the Lakers, he averaged 28.2 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 7.5 assists, playing 35.1 minutes per game, with shooting percentages of 43.8% from the field and 37.9% from three-point range. He had several standout games, including a 32-point performance against Denver on February 22nd and a triple-double, 27 points, 15 rebounds, and 12 assists against his former team, the Mavericks, on February 25th. However, the true test of a trade's impact comes in the playoffs, and this is where the Lakers' season unraveled. Despite these individual stats, the Lakers were eliminated in the first round, losing 4-1 to the Timberwolves. This early exit against a 6th-seeded team was a significant disappointment given the expectations set by the trade. A critical issue was the lack of synergy between Doncic and James. Research indicates that the Lakers were outscored when both stars played together, particularly in the playoffs. In the regular season, they had a +24 net rating with both on the floor, scoring 1,399 points to opponents' 1,375, but in the playoff series against the Timberwolves, they were -29. This suggests they often operated in silos, reminiscent of early struggles between Dwyane Wade and LeBron in Miami, failing to maximize their offensive firepower. Another factor that likely contributed to their playoff struggles was Doncic's mental state post-trade. He admitted to being mentally kind of exhausted after the season, citing the emotional toll of leaving Dallas, where he had spent nearly 7 years and considered home. He also mentioned still adapting 2 months after the trade, which likely impacted team cohesion. First-year head coach J.J. Redick has faced scrutiny for his defensive schemes and lineup choices. While he has taken accountability, the team's inconsistent effort and communication have been notable concerns. In Game 4 against the Timberwolves, Redick played the entire second half without a center, a first in the play-by-play era since 1998, highlighting roster depth issues. In Game 5, Rudy Gobert set a career high in scoring, underscoring defensive struggles that fans attributed to the trade's impact on team balance. It's clear that the 2024-25 season has been fraught with challenges that could potentially lead to frustration for a player of LeBron's caliber. At the quarter mark, the team had a 13-11 record, placing them 8th in the Western Conference with a negative point differential of negative 3.7, 20th in the NBA, and a net rating of negative 3.9, 22nd in the NBA. This inconsistent performance, coupled with the pressure of championship expectations, creates a narrative environment where rumors of discontent can thrive. LeBron's history of leaving teams. LeBron James has played for 3 NBA teams throughout his career: the Cleveland Cavaliers, 2003 to 2010 and 2014 to 2018, the Miami Heat, 2010 to 2014, and the Los Angeles Lakers, 2018 to present. Each transition was a pivotal moment, not just in his career, but in the NBA landscape as a whole. LeBron began his NBA career with his hometown team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, but left in 2010 as a free agent to join the Miami Heat. Research suggests he departed because the Cavaliers lacked the talent to win a championship, despite his individual brilliance. He sought to form a super team with stars like Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami, a decision announced in the controversial TV special The Decision. After winning 2 championships with Miami, James opted out of his contract in 2014 to return to Cleveland. It seems likely that he left to fulfill a promise to bring a championship to his hometown, as the Heat's roster was aging, with declining performances from key players like Wade. James left Cleveland again in 2018, signing with the Los Angeles Lakers as a free agent. The evidence leans toward him seeking a new challenge, as the Cavaliers struggled to compete with top teams like the Golden State Warriors. Additionally, business interests in Los Angeles and the chance to play with emerging talent influenced his move. Given this history, it's evident that LeBron has never been afraid to change teams when he feels it's necessary for his career progression or championship aspirations. This pattern might contribute to speculation about his future with the Lakers, especially following disappointing playoff performances. On April 9, 2025, during a Los Angeles Lakers game against the Dallas Mavericks, LeBron James reacted to a cameraman who was reportedly too close to him on the bench. The Lakers won the game 112-97, a significant victory that clinched a playoff berth. A leaked audio clip, later shared online, captured James expressing his annoyance, highlighting a moment of tension during an otherwise celebratory game. According to the Yardbarker article, late in the game, with the Lakers leading comfortably, head coach J.J. Redick pulled his starters, including LeBron James, with 1:35 remaining. While on the bench, James noticed a cameraman positioned too close, invading his personal space. A leaked audio clip captured James's frustration, where he said, "Y'all gotta get the expletive out of here, bro," and "you in my expletive way." The audio was shared by a YouTube channel called Legend Z, bringing the incident to public attention. It's important to note that this incident was primarily reported by Yardbarker, with no additional coverage found in major sports outlets such as ESPN, The Athletic, or NBA.com. A search for related content on X, formerly Twitter, yielded no results, suggesting the incident did not gain significant traction on social media. This limited coverage indicates that the event was considered a minor occurrence compared to the game's broader narrative, particularly Doncic's performance and the Lakers' playoff clinching. It's also worth noting that LeBron has had previous encounters with cameramen that provide context for his sensitivity to their proximity. In 2015, during Game 4 of the NBA Finals, James collided with a cameraman, resulting in a head injury that required stitches. Following that incident, James and the NBPA called for re-evaluating the positioning of cameramen near the court, citing safety concerns. Although the 2025 incident involved personal space rather than a physical collision, it reflects a recurring theme of James's discomfort with cameramen being too close. Beyond this specific incident, LeBron has been involved in other situations that might contribute to speculation about his satisfaction with the Lakers. One notable controversy involved an ongoing feud with ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith, which began when Smith criticized LeBron's son, Bronny, suggesting he wasn't ready for the NBA and implying LeBron's influence secured his roster spot. On March 6, 2025, during a Lakers game against the New York Knicks, LeBron approached Smith courtside, reportedly telling him to stop talking about his son. This incident followed Smith's comments on First Take, where he questioned whether whether Bronny, a 2024 NBA draft pick, deserved his spot and suggested he should play in the G League. LeBron has emphasized that he welcomes criticism of his or Bronny's on-court performance, but finds personal attacks, particularly those targeting his family, unacceptable. On the Pat McAfee Show on March 26, 2025, he accused Smith of exploiting their confrontation for publicity, humorously likening Smith's media appearances to a Taylor Swift tour run. LeBron's actions suggest he's defending his son's reputation and his role as a father, rather than expressing dissatisfaction with the Lakers organization. In terms of LeBron's on-court frustrations, there have been moments of visible disappointment, particularly in high-stakes games. One such moment was captured in a game against the Boston Celtics, where LeBron missed a potential game-winning layup and felt he was fouled. These moments of frustration are natural in the heat of competition and should not be misconstrued as regret about joining the team. They reflect LeBron's competitive nature and desire to win, regardless of which team he's playing for. Another factor that might contribute to speculation about LeBron's satisfaction is the uncertainty surrounding his future. Following the Lakers' elimination from the 2025 NBA playoffs by the Minnesota Timberwolves in Game 5 of the first round, LeBron addressed questions about his future with uncertainty. He stated, "I don't know. I don't have an answer to that," when asked how much longer he intends to play. He emphasized the need to consult his family, saying, "Something I'll sit down with my family, my wife, and my support group and kind of just talk through it and see what happens." This sentiment was echoed in multiple interviews, where he clarified that his deliberations are about continuing to play in the NBA generally, not specifically about staying with the Lakers. LeBron's contract includes a player option for the 2025-26 season worth $52.6 million, with a decision deadline of June 29, 2025. If he opts out, he could become a free agent or negotiate a new deal, potentially another 2-year extension with the Lakers. Despite his uncertainty, league insiders expect him to return, citing his All-NBA performance in the 2024-25 season, averaging 24.4 points, 8.2 assists, and 7.8 rebounds per game, and his enthusiasm for playing alongside his son, Bronny James, and the newly acquired Luka Doncic. It's worth noting that LeBron sustained a Grade 2 MCL sprain during the playoff loss to the Timberwolves, resulting from a collision with Donte DiVincenzo. This injury, which typically requires a 3 to 5 week recovery period, forced him to withdraw from his planned appearance as a co-chair at the 2025 Met Gala in New York City. This physical setback might have influenced his contemplative state regarding his future in the NBA, LeBron's Lakers journey, and the truth behind the rumors. LeBron's tenure with the Lakers, spanning from 2018 to the present, has been a complex journey marked by significant achievements, such as the 2020 NBA championship, but also by numerous challenges that could be described as sad moments. Let's examine some of these highs and lows to better understand his experience with the team. One of the most prominent sources of potential disappointment for LeBron during his Lakers tenure has been the team's inability to advance deep into the playoffs in recent years. The 2023 to 2024 and 2024 to 2025 seasons saw the Lakers eliminated in the first round, a stark contrast to the expectations set by LeBron's arrival. In 2024, the Lakers fell to the Denver Nuggets in 5 games, with LeBron posting 30 points and 11 rebounds in the decisive Game 5 loss. The 2026 NBA All-Star Game, set to be held in Los Angeles, could serve as a celebratory moment for LeBron's career, potentially marking a farewell tour if he chooses to return for the 2025-26 season. His no-trade clause gives him significant control over his no-trade clause, gives him significant control over his future, and most analysts expect him to remain with the Lakers if he continues playing. LeBron's actions, such as making history by playing alongside his son Bronny, suggest a commitment to his Lakers journey. What we can say with certainty is that LeBron's tenure with the Lakers, like any long-term relationship, has had its ups and downs. From the championship glory of 2020 to the disappointment of first-round playoff exits, it's been a journey of extremes. The trade for Luka Doncic represents a bold attempt to extend the Lakers' championship window, but the chemistry between two ball-dominant superstars remains a work in progress. As LeBron consults with his family and reflects on his legacy, fans and analysts await his decision, which will shape the next chapter of his remarkable journey. Whether he opts in for another season, negotiates a new contract, or decides to retire, his impact on the Lakers and the NBA as a whole is undeniable. The Lakers' future remains uncertain, with a challenging path forward. The team has the 6th most difficult remaining schedule, which could exacerbate their struggles. Analysts suggest that at least 2 significant trades are needed to make the Lakers championship contenders, though matching the level of top teams like Boston, Oklahoma City, or Cleveland may require a seismic deal. A full rebuild is unlikely due to the long-term contracts of LeBron James and Luka Doncic, as well as the lack of a 2025 draft pick owed to the Atlanta Hawks via the New Orleans Pelicans. Despite their struggles, the Lakers are expected to remain in the play-in tournament mix, provided key players return to health and the team addresses some of its defensive and roster issues. If you enjoyed watching this video, then go ahead and click on any of the cards on your screen for more.